Hi, I'm Jeannie and I'm here today from Jimmy Bean's Wool, and we're learning to sew around here at the shop, and I want to share the things that I learn as I learn them. By no stretch of the imagination am I any expert, so please let me know if you have any tips for me or ideas or things that I could do a little bit better, because I am just showing you the level of sewing that I'm at. And I recently learned how to do box corners for bags, and it creates such a nice little bit. You can see it's a nice square corner. If you put interfacing or something in, you could make your piece stand up. This is a bag that I did that you can hang with an S-hook or with a bit of ribbon and use it for all kinds of versatile little things. So it is a lined bag. We did do a newsletter about this with the instructional article for this, so if you'd like to have me send that to you, just let us know and we'll get that going for you. A lot of fun, very simple to do. So this is the ultimate result that we want to get, and I'm just going to demonstrate how I got to this point. So what I did was I start with my initial piece of fabric and I just sewed my seam, and I use all 1/4 inch seams, but you can use 1/2 inch or whatever your instructions call for. And then at this point, before I sew the bottom of my piece, I would take, or will, or did take my piece of fabric and just kind of pull it back in half. Now you could sew your seam open or just sew it over. Whichever you do, sew it, iron it open or iron it over, up to you, sewer's choice. But at this point then you would sew your 1/4 inch seam along the bottom, and then you would have a piece that's closed, just kind of a funky little bag, okay? And you could stop there if you wanted, but if you want those nice square box corners, this is where you end up. After I've done that point, then I take my bag and lay it down on my ironing board. Whoops. And I've done all the steps ahead of time for you. So I've got my bag, I've ironed it, I've got it laid out on the side, I sewed my bottom seam, and then I just fold this up in half, and it works out great. And I ironed this bit down too. So I have my corners, you see I have the bottom of my bag right here, and I've just ironed it in 2 different directions. I also take it and iron it flat like this, so that it really gives you nice creases, you know where you are. Then, because I'm lazy and I like things to be as simple as possible, I try and make it as easy as possible. I decide how far out I want my box corner to go, and at this point I did about, well, almost halfway from the crease, and I just fold this over and give it a slight press to give me a crease, and I will press it the other way also to give me a crease. Then I actually took my ruler and marked a line where I wanted to sew. You can see I used my erasable pen. This just goes away once you iron. And I sewed a seam across there, just like that. Perfect, beautiful, Monica. You can see on both sides I've already sewn my seam. The next step, and you could use your rotary cutter if you like, but I decided for this demonstration purpose it would be very easy to show you that I will just take my piece and just quickly cut about a 1/4 inch seam and just cut my corner right off. Bloop, there's one corner. Here is the other corner, just leaving enough of a seam. Doesn't have to be perfect. Life isn't perfect, you see? I just cut that very crooked. This one's a little better. And then at this point, we are just going to take our bag and turn it right side out, bloop, like a little bag puppet. And you can press it later. But bingo, we have our box corner bottom. And it is that simple. You know, you can do it for shopping bags, for little projects like this. Like I say, if you wanted to put interfacing in here, your bag would be firmer. You could make baskets. You can do anything with a box corner. So that's how you do a box corner. I'm Jeannie from Jimmy Bean's Wool. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something new, and happy sewing. Bye!
Thunder rumbles on this American summer night.